Good morning. Now back to normal. Robert removal of melted fuel halted at the Fukushima reactor. This will be very difficult, but I will try. An attempt to use a robot to remove a fragment of melted fuel from a reactor at Japan's Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant was suspended on August 22nd due to a technical issue. The collection of a tiny sample of the melted fuel inside the Unit 2 reactor's primarily contaminant vessel would allow the fuel debris removal phase to start. This is the most challenging part of the decommissioning of the plant, where 3 reactors were destroyed in the March 11, 2011. Geez, already 13 years ago, earthquake and tsunami disaster. The work was stopped when workers noticed that 1.5 meter pipes used to move the robot were placed in the wrong order and could not be corrected within the time limit for their radiation exposure, the plant operator Tokyo Electric Power Company Holdings said. The pipes were to be used to push the robot inside and pull it back out when it finished. Once inside the vessel, the robot is operated remotely from a safer location. The robot can extend up to about 22 meters to reach its target area to collect a fragment from the surface of the melted fuel. The mission to obtain the fragment and return with it was to last 2 weeks. TEPCO spokesperson Kenichi Takahara said officials are investigating the pipe problem and the retrieval mission will resume only after they find the cause and have preventive measures so a problem like this should never be repeated. TEPCO President Tomoaki Kobayakawa said the priority was safety rather than rushing the process, of course. The goal of the operation was to bring back less than 3 grams of an estimated 180 metric tons of fatally radioactive fuel. The small sample will provide key data to develop future decommissioning method and necessarily technology and robots, experts say. Excuse me. Better understanding of the melted fuel debris is key to decommissioning the 3 reactors and the entire plant. The government and TEPCO are sticking to a 30 to 40 year decommissioning target set soon after the 2011 disaster, despite criticism that it is unrealistic. No specific plans for the fuel removal of the melted fuel debris or its storage have been decided. Difficult in many ways. Discussion. What are your thoughts on the decommissioning challenges at Fukushima? Do you think that decommissioning of the plant will be completed within the government and TEPCO's time frame? I hope. How have people's view on nuclear energy changed in your country over time? I don't hear anymore, or maybe I'm not really listening to this kind of news. Are you generally for or against the use of nuclear power? For a better life, I think it's good to have it, but for the safety, I'm not really sure. Further discussion. Have a discussion based on the following questions. Oh, excuse me, I read the wrong part. Do you think most dangerous jobs will be done by robots in the future? I hope so, yes. Are robots used in your line of work? What are they mainly used for? We have a machine to pick the packets for shipping. How do you imagine robots and AI will change your industry in years to come? I think it's gonna change a lot. What's the most sophisticated robot you've seen or heard of? I'm sure robots will be as common as screwdrivers and hammers in the near future. I hope so. Isaac Asimov. Isaac Asimov, what are your thoughts on this quote? He's very, very old person, isn't he? I mean, way old. And he's saying that. Amazing.